Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Dobutsu Sentai Zyuohger episode 32. You may notice if you watch my other videos that I'm wearing the same outfit. I don't know why I did this. That's weird. I keep doing it now. That I was wearing in X8. It's because I'm filming it on the same day because now I have 2 episodes to review for Superhero Time for the week. And I thought it was stupid to maintain some sort of illusion this was a different day by changing my outfit. But I don't even know why I went on about my outfit for about 30 seconds. But anyway, so Zyuohger has finally returned to form, and it's amazingly just filler. After a 4-week streak of solid/good episodes, we returned to form, which isn't that surprising, not even just for Zyuohger, because Sentai tends to definitely have more filler than like Rider or something like that, so it's kind of to be expected. It is just kind of a shame because Zyuohger's been such filler, and then we had this really good streak. Granted, 2 of them were exception because they were part of the anniversary celebration, so if we hadn't had that, we probably would have just had 2 weeks of decent episodes. But yeah, it's just, I was kind of hoping to maybe stay out with the plot a little bit longer, or have a little bit more plot running throughout the filler like I mentioned last week. And we had like a small hinting at it with the villains, but it was nothing major. And I wasn't a huge fan of this week's. It was actually kind of like a mini roller coaster that wasn't very exciting because I started off really disliking it, and then I thought, okay, they kind of did something I liked a little bit here, and then they pulled it away at the end. That's the review, guys. I'll see you later. No, but like, it was a Misao filler, basically, and it was kind of like the culmination of things I am annoyed about him. Like, it's, you know, it starts with him thinking he's not worthy of pancakes because the group criticized the way he made pancakes, and it was frustrating because we were just coming off last week's where we had that quote-unquote breakthrough with Sella, and it was like exactly what I'm talking about. Is we have like a little minuscule amount of progress and then we reverse it instantly, and like with pancakes. And then the episode was like kind of one of the more, I don't know if it's that common, but I've definitely seen it before, Toku Sentai PR tropes of like, hey, the monsters, you know, brainwash you to say your true thoughts or mean things, and it sort of creates friction in the group. But it mainly focused on Misao and how they felt about him and more of his insecurities, and like I said, it was just a combination of things I didn't like. And there was a really kind of stupid scene of him being braced by insults of them, like with a visual cue, which I thought was just really dumb Toku nonsense. I liked the way it kind of turned with, I thought it was kind of clever, of Tusk's actually being sort of nice things, because his true thoughts are just thoughts in a way, because he doesn't really express himself. That was kind of a neat way of spinning it based on his character. And I did like how they actually followed up on his previous storyline with Misao, the Tusk and Misao storyline about them being awkward. I thought that was good. That's where it turned around. I was hating the episode, and then I'm like, okay, this is cool. They're actually kind of building off of something for progress. And it did build a little bit to that, and Misao helping and them getting over it and then winning, you know, classic Toku stuff. So I actually quite liked that. And it was also about learning, like, hey, when you're friends, you can be honest with each other and, you know, criticize or joke, and that doesn't necessarily mean you need to go sulk in the corner like a little ninny. It just means like, hey, we're friends, we can be honest, we don't have to walk on eggshells. So like, I kind of liked that element. I thought that was a good lesson, I guess, for Misao's character in particular, since he takes everything so personally. And I also liked, like I said, that they followed up on his episode with Tusk. It made for just good follow-up, remembering what you did, and it seemed like they were actually starting to build on something with Misao. And like, even at the end, like, I was waiting, I'm like, alright, how are they gonna reverse this? Someone's gonna like insult his shirt or something, and then he's gonna freak out. And then it seemed like they were learning because he was making pancakes for him, and they're like, actually, I'm not really a fan of these. And he's like, you know what, that's fine. I'm starting to learn that that means being friends and Toku nonsense, and, you know, we can criticize each other and still be friends. I'm like, alright, maybe they're doing progress. And then out of nowhere, he's like, hey, but to be honest, Tusk, when we teamed up on the battlefield just now, I wanted to be with Yamato. What even was that? Like, maybe I'm missing something? I mean, there can be jokes had about how he wants to be in a relationship with Yamato or something, but it just came out of nowhere. And again, it wasn't necessarily quite as bad as if they had insulted his pancakes again and he went and sulked, but it still felt like they couldn't have a genuine moment without making a punchline. And it's frustrating. And it was a really weird punchline to have too. Like, I was glad it wasn't the classic Misao punchline, but it was just weird. So it frustrates me because Sentai can have that heart. of sort of good message and relationship with the characters, you know, heart. I don't have a better way to explain it, you know, those sort of meaningful moments. And it's not like this was like so emotional, like an amazing like flash moment or something, but it was like they built a semi-decent little moment with him and Tusk and actual potential for progress, and then it's like they couldn't even have 1 second of a slight moment of heart, and they had to make it a punchline. And that's really frustrating, because I get Toku's gonna have humor, and you don't have to make everything a punchline, though. It's almost like they're like, oh man, this is actually making progress, we better make a joke of it at the end. And that's incredibly frustrating for me, because not just I'm tired of them turning all of Toku into a punchline. I mean, you need to have humor, but you also need to make me be able to take it seriously in terms of grounding the characters as real people. But it's frustrating just for Misao's character to continuously have these storylines week after week of, oh man, I'm so depressed and insecure, but you're helping me get over this part just a little bit, and then we reset, and it doesn't seem like he's making any real progress. And in this episode, it seemed like they were actually remembering an episode where they gave him a little bit of progress, and then it really didn't amount to much. And if anything, just a weird punchline. So, yeah, overall, I wasn't a fan of this episode in the end. I thought it attempted to do some, a sort of neat thing with Misao, but it kind of threw it away at the end with the joke, so I'd probably give it a 5.5. But yeah, I'm hoping next week looks to be kind of filler as well. I'm hoping we get some better ones as we go throughout, and I'm definitely hoping, I'm not too optimistic about it, but I'm definitely hoping in the future that when Misao gets focus episodes or storylines that we actually show a minuscule amount of progress with like no punchline pulling the rug out from under you at the end. But anyway, until next time, make sure that Crazy Podcast at WritersRangersRambles.com, and of course don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Writer, signing out.